Welcome to Liesel's Artistic Studio. Today I'm going to teach you how you can paint this beautiful and easy loose watercolor floral. This is a lot of fun to paint because there's not a lot of details or rules, there's no pressure in having it perfect or look a certain way. So let's get started, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more amazing upcoming tutorials. For our supplies today, we don't need anything too fancy. Just some watercolor paper, a medium round brush with a nice point. Then off to the side, I have water as well as a paper towel. And of course, we need watercolor paints. I'm painting these flowers using a yellow, orange, and pink palette today. But you can try out any colors or color mixtures that you want. Over here, I have sap green with just a touch of pink mixed in. I also have a golden yellow, an orange with a touch of pink added, as well as two different pinks, one being just a shade darker. So let's start painting these flowers in the center of the page, and then we'll work our way outward. All we're going to do here is start painting in a sort of a circular motion in both directions and use a good variety of the three main colors. So these shapes are really going to just look like blobs at the beginning, but that's okay because this is supposed to be more of a loose type of flower. Also, we will add in some more detail later. It's also a good idea to have different sizes, some big, some small, to give it some variety. Now when my basic main flower shape is done, and while the paint is still wet, take some of that darker pink and add a dot of color on some of the flowers here and there that can start to form what will be the center of some of the flowers. Now all you have to do is paint the same flower stalk over again 3 or 4 times so that you'll have about 4 different main flower stalks in the end. Also, you can paint these stalks close together or you can separate them a bit. It just depends on your preference and the look you're going for. If you do paint them close together, some sections may touch and blend paint colors just a little bit, but that's okay. Now I'm just going to go back in one more time with this dark pink and re-emphasize some of these flower centers. Then I'm going to let these flowers completely dry before moving on to the stems. Once as the flowers have completely dried, I'm going to take some green and using just the tip of the brush and a very light touch, I'm going to paint some stems. I'm going to start at the top, and then as I move down, I'm just going to paint some small sections peeking through the flowers until I get to the base, and then I'll finish it off. Now I'm going to go back in and add just a few small branches, some grasses at the bottom, and maybe even some small leaves at the top. Then I'll do the same thing to each flower grouping. Now that we have stems and some branches, I'm going to add some small flower buds at the tops of the stems and on the little branches. Now go back to some of those buds you just painted and add some dark pink at the base. At this point, you can call your painting done if you want, but I feel like I needed to add just a touch more greenery to mine. So I'm just going to go add a few more stems and leaves to give it just that finishing touch. Thanks for watching today. I hope you had some fun painting these easy, beautiful loose flowers. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please consider subscribing to my channel so I can continue to help you discover your artistic side.